99 Nights in the Forest, a game that has been blowing up on Roblox recently. When you load into the game, you're immediately hit with a message saying it's inspired by a true story, but it doesn't explain anything else. So here's the real story behind it, to understand why this game actually feels so disturbing. It all begins on May 1st, 2023. A woman named Magdalena Viencia was flying in a small Cessna with her 4 children. About an hour after takeoff, the pilot sent out a desperate mayday call. Engine failure. And then, silence. The plane vanished over the Amazon rainforest in Colombia. Search teams were deployed instantly. The pilot and an indigenous leader on board died in the crash. Magdalena survived for a short time, but eventually passed away. Her kids, Leslie, Selene, Tien, and baby Kristen, only 1 year old, were suddenly alone in one of the most dangerous places on Earth. And then something unbelievable happened. After 40 days, military rescuers found all 4 children alive. This became known as the miracle of the jungle. They survived by eating fruits, roots, and even fish they caught thanks to the skills their mother taught them. This is where the real story connects to 99 Nights in the Forest. When you start the game, you immediately see posters of 4 missing children, a direct reference to the real event. There's also a broken chunk of an airplane hidden in the woods, symbolizing the crash. But that's where the realism stops. The children never mentioned anything supernatural or being hunted by anyone. Everything after this point comes from mythology and dark folklore. The game's main monster, the creepy deer creature, seems to be inspired by 2 legends, the Wendigo and the not deer. The Wendigo is usually portrayed as a deer-like flesh eater, but still with herbivore eyes on the side of its head. The monster in the game, however, has front-facing eyes, which is a signature trait of the not deer from Appalachian folklore. An animal that moves wrong, acts aggressive, and looks disturbingly off. Then there are the cultists you find around offering sites. They don't get attacked by the monster, which hints at some kind of truce, sacrifices in exchange for protection. That concept appears in many forest myths around the world, especially Slavic tales like the spirit Lay, who accepts offerings. But realistically, the developers most likely took inspiration from horror films like The Ritual or The Empty Man, blending them with the real Amazon survival story. So yes, the game is loosely based on true events, but only the beginning. The rest dives deep into folklore, fear, and imagination to keep players on edge. Did I miss something important? Tell me in the comments.